welcome back to Podman Pipecast.
The premier Bagpipe podcast.
Why do we sound check quieter than, reality?
I don't know. Because, we're not actually talking to anyone until we're,
Right?
on air.
Just talking to myself. And
Yeah.
I do that quietly.
I guess you're here, but,
But I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So, we got our coffee here, because,
It's been a while.
it's been a while. I got a newborn now, so I don't sleep.
Who
But
needs it?
Who needs sleep? We're here. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Back.
One thing, I'm trying to tie this into modern events. This is going to be one of my famous tie-in things. It's not going to make any sense, but
Top
that's
notch.
okay.
I'm ready.
So, one thing that a lot of people have been appreciating over the past year, being in lockdown and COVID, and whatever your situation is Netflix and movies and TV shows and video games and lots of things that you can do when you're at home, just in your house by yourself. And you know what some of us have discovered? That there's actually bagpipes in places where you would not expect them. And
Like TV.
Like TV and all the things that I mentioned. And it's kind of a fun time. Sometimes they're good bagpipes, sometimes they're bad bagpipes, sometimes they're
Stereotypical. Bagpiper.
They're mostly stereotypical bagpipes.
I think they're all stereotypical bagpipes.
Yeah, looking at this list here. I mean, okay, there's one on there that I feel like they did a good job, but I mean, we'll
get there.
We'll get there.
Yes.
So today we're gonna have a little bit of lighthearted fun, and maybe we'll introduce you to some new shows. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shows you've never heard of. You've probably heard of all these, but
I've watched all of these, so I'll tell you yes or no.
Yeah.
Most of these, actually.
So we're going to go through some times when we saw... This is not an exhaustive list of all the times, and you can comment and, email us whatever and tell us, oh, this is a good one you missed, and we'll be like, cool, we'll check that out. But yeah, this is a list of times that we saw bagpipes and or pipe bands in popular media.
Yes.
Let's go for it. What's the first one?
The first one is Kim Possible.
And this is just an honorable mention because this dude does not actually...
I think he plays the bagpipes at some
bagpipes?
point. I'm pretty sure he does. I think it's in one of the future... Not future episodes, but in the future of... You just watch all of Kim Possible and then remind me if he plays it. Because I watched it all, and of course I didn't write down the specific time that Duff Killigan plays the bagpipes. But, I think he does.
Because who takes notes on that kind of thing?
Exactly.
So Kim Possible, for those that are not of our generation and don't know, is a cartoon that many of us grew up with where it's this girl and she's a secret agent, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in forever. And it's fun. It's a good time. And it's, her name is Kim Possible because...
She does the impossible.
She does the mission Kim Possible.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. We're going to start it right here.
So this is a villain in one of the episodes, and this is not him playing the bagpipes, but you'll notice his theme song is bagpipes. So
yeah, he's your stereotypical Scottish piper.
Yeah.
Bonus question. What does Killigan want to do with the supergrass?
Ooh, I know!
Duff Killigan is planning on covering the world in grass to create one giant golf course.
My own personal golf course, lassie.
That's insane.
Ooh, just see if ye got tea time.
And then there's a fight scene.
Yeah.
Yay! So he's not actually playing the bagpipes. Maybe we can find a clip where he is, but anytime he's on screen, there's bagpipes in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Threatening bagpipes.
He's always got to kill. He's got a Scottish accent. He's the person.
And he wants to turn the entire world into a golf course.
Because, golf.
Because Scottish and golf and,
Honorable mention goes to Duff Killigan.
Yeah.
Thanks for, being there.
Thanks for representing the Scottish culture in Kim Possible, even though it was just a stereotypical representation of an angry Scottish golfer.
Speaking of stereotypical representation of an angry Scottish person, let's talk about Willie.
Oh, yeah. The Simpsons is a fun little TV show you may have heard of. Maybe not. I don't know. It's been one of the longest running shows for forever.
Too long, if you ask.
Fact check me on that. I don't care. It's one of those longest running shows. And there's a character in there called Groundskeeper Willie, and this is Groundskeeper Willie.
All right, you little monsters! You've awakened Scotland's shame!
Willie, you know you can't play that torture trumpet to kids.
I'll just use it to vape then!
Yeah, so that's it. That's Groundskeeper Willie. He's a wonderful character, and in this episode, for some reason, he was teaching a classroom full of kids, and he decided to use his torture trumpet on them, because that's what a bagpipes is.
That's what you do. Just looking at some of the comments. And somebody said it'd be cool to see a prototype for a bagpipe in vape mode. Or I think Scotland is in 3019 if they vape with bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't know how that could I mean, I don't know anything about vaping and how the mechanics of that whole situation works, but like...
Future episode. You know,
Future...
let us know if you want us to turn bagpipes into a vape.
We could, marijuana is legal here now, so we could even turn it into one of those...
To a bong. I think that would be easier, probably.
Probably, right? Because vape, you need, like, water and, like...
Yeah, you need water in a bong, too.
It shows how much I know.
So straight edge over here.
Sorry. Well, maybe, I don't know. Tell us if you want to know that. Maybe we'll get
to an episode.
Some sketchy characters in here to teach us about smoking with your pipes. I don't know. Maybe you know how. Tell us.
Tell us how to convert bagpipe bong.
Yeah, and will it ruin your bagpipes? Probably.
Can we multitask?
Yes.
Vape niche. But for those that were just listening, that was Willie. He played, and then he took the pipes and he vaped with them.
Yeah.
In case you couldn't tell.
And vape in case you need to Google it or whatever it is.
It's like smoking, but cool.
It's like smoking, but with water vapor, right?
I don't
and
vape.
some kind of... I don't vape. I don't know.
Is there water? I don't think... Is there water in a vape?
I think there's water.
There's juice.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave.
See,
feeling really attacked right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe Groundskeeper Willie is in 3019 or 3021.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that comment was probably left like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. What year is it?
Same.
Okay, let's go to a more serious one, right? What do you think?
Yeah. This next show is a little show called Grey's Anatomy, which you may or may not have heard of. And I don't know anything about it because I've never watched it, but it's a hospital show, right?
Yes.
It's about a hospital.
They do hospital things. People go to the hospital. People die in the hospital. I recommend the first few seasons. The latest season kind of sucks, but first few seasons are top notch.
Everything lately kind of sucks, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, of course, the guy who got shot, who's in the hospital, is Colin. And the guy who's with him, who's also dressed in, like, pipe band attire, is Seamus.
Yes.
Because those are pipe band names.
Yep.
I'm going to look up if that's who it is. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Billy Boyd Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Because, oh, I was right. Look at that.
Look at that.
2019, Grey's Anatomy. He was Seamus. So, yeah. Then they're wheeling away this poor man.
It's a boy. It's a little boy that got shot.
Oh, they're wheeling away this poor child.
Yep. Rip.
Wow, that's sad.
I don't think he dies, actually. Spoilers.
So, he may or may not die. We don't know. I mean, you know.
I know.
Whatever. And they're wheeling him away, and then they hear something. What do they hear?
Let's see.
In God's name is that sound?
God's name is that. Gotta do a shot every time somebody says that.
That's a nice shot.
So, what's the deal? Is this really bad or really good?
Well, I think it's a beautiful instrument.
See, he was stereotyping because that guy has orange hair, but he's not Scottish.
So he asked him, is this really bad or really good? Which, by the way, this is excellent. And I'm very happy for these people that they got a gig playing for Grey's Anatomy.
That's so cool.
There's a whole band here.
Hey,
That is definitely
guys, stop.
Is it?
I think so.
Stop, please.
Sorry, mate. We're just trying to find a way to lift Colin spirits.
His what?
Spirits. Colin spirits.
Yeah, whatever. Look, we got ambulances coming in and out of here. If you guys want to help, just go inside and give some blood, okay?
Hey, do you
And
find
then the whole band goes in and donates blood. That's
Yep.
nice. So that's really funny because every person in a pipe band has a Scottish accent, right?
Yeah, obviously. If you're in a pipe band, you're Scottish. Like, that's just how
That's-
it works.
Yeah. And, you know, they're like,
We have to quit.
yeah, we're not Scottish.
We can't do this.
We don't have accents.
Yeah.
I can't even do a good Scottish accent. I'm not even going to
I'm not
try
gonna do it.
because it's not going to work out. Yeah. So they just pull a random person out of the band and they're like, what the heck? You're blocking the ambulances. You know?
Aye.
He's like, he says, you're going to, which, by the way, he's like, oh, we're trying to lift his spirits. And he's like, I don't understand you. I don't
Classic.
speak Scottish.
You know, yep. That's why that guy's dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's gone, though.
And it is hilarious that, you know, that's the LA Scots pipe band. And they're like, is this bad? It's like, no, what? It's like one of the,
People don't even
one
know.
of the best bands on the West Coast. What are you talking about? But, you know, bagpipes.
Speaking of the West Coast, I don't know where Arrested Development takes place.
I think it's West.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it is West Coast.
Isn't it California?
It is.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Our next show is Arrested Development, which is hilarious, by the way, if you haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. Once again, recommend the earlier seasons. I think the last season was made by Netflix. I think that's
The
what it
last
was.
2 seasons were made by Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We fact checked it.
Yeah.
And it's not as good the last couple seasons, but everything before that is great.
First 3 seasons, A+. Stop there.
A+. And it's also like funny because so we'll show you we will play the bagpipe clip for you, but then one of the episodes they end and they're on the Queen Mary. And no spoilers, but it's funny because we have a contest that's on the Queen
We've
Mary.
been there.
Yeah. So it all ties together. Oh, so what is the setup for this clip? This is Michael talking about his girlfriend, right?
It's the season where they're trying to like, what are they doing in the 4th season? They're making a movie?
Yeah.
Why is narrator guy in the show? He's the producer of the movie, right?
So we'll paraphrase it for you. They're trying to make a movie, and the producer's daughter is a love interest of the main character, and he's trying to date her, and she's super crazy, but turns out she plays the bagpipes. I don't know why I said but. I mean, she's super crazy and she plays the bagpipes.
Why is there a goat?
It's a sheep.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Oh, wait. She doesn't have a Scottish accent.
oh, well, there we go.
There we go.
Good job, Arrested Development, for not...
Stereotyping.
Although they did say, like all bagpipe music, he couldn't tell if it was bad music played well or good music played
Yeah.
badly. And that was, I mean, it's like what, like Wicked Tinker's style? I didn't think that was bad.
Yeah.
It's just different. You
I
know?
like the sheep. It's a sheep,
There's-
not a goat.
Yeah, there's a sheep on stage with them.
Because, okay, maybe there's a little bit of stereotyping.
Because Scottish, sheep, bagpipes.
Now it's time to spiral into Spyro 2.
Oh, yeah, this next one's a video game. I'm sorry for those of you that don't like games, whatever. I love Spyro. It's a fun series where you're a purple dragon and you just go around doing, flying and shooting fire and having fun. And it's a good time. And this particular level of the game is supposed to be like, I guess, Scotland or some like Celtic place. And there's goats that play the bagpipes. And they're very weird bagpipes because they have like one drone and they kind of just squeeze the bagpipes and
That's
they
how
just
you do it.
And the whole premise of the level is the bagpipers are turned to stone and you have to make them not stone, and then they play their bagpipes, and then you have to get all of them to play their bagpipes. That's the purpose of the episode or the level, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So you free the bagpiper. Wonderful bagpipe music. And then you just, yeah. And this particular clip is so then they free the little tower from the stone. Because that's what bagpipes do. They're magic.
They free towers.
And this is the one that I said I appreciate because it's not like stereotypical. It's just like bagpipes are good.
We'll have to get Spyro and play it.
Yeah, I have it. I should just
Pull
it
play
up.
Yeah,
And
we'll do a let's play of it.
of that level, and we'll see if it is actually. I don't remember that level being super frustrating, but what do I know? Maybe I'm just too good.
So you're too elite.
I'm an elite Spyro gamer. It's gonna be my new gamer tag.
Oh,
elite Spyro gamer. So yeah, it's nice because they're not like, oh, bagpipes are terrible, am I right?
That's just the level.
It's just like you have them play their bagpipes and the music is magical and everything is okay. And if there's a pig next to the bagpipers when they play, the pig will start dancing.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the dancing pig.
It's super cute.
Yes.
And it's kind of like imitating like Highland dance, so I feel like they kind of did their research, you know?
That's what I would look like if I tried the Highland dance.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, because
I suck.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, fun.
Chicago? Dark Knight.
Oh yeah. Most people in pipe band land are familiar with this one. This is the Chicago Pipes and Drums. Chicago Police?
I think you put police.
I think it's
Chicago Police Department pipe. Oh, come back to me. Police Department pipe band.
Yes. And Chicago Police Department Pipes and Drums in The Dark Knight. So, no spoilers, but this is a Batman movie, and at some point in the movie there's a funeral, and there's bagpipes at the funeral. So, let's take a listen.
Got on the roof. We're tight, but frankly, there's a lot of windows up here.
Yeah, good on the Chicago Police Department pipe band for being in a major blockbuster movie. Playing Green Hills, very slow. Very slow.
So slow.
Which I guess you can do, like... I'm trying to think of any other tune they would be playing, you know, because they're probably like, oh, play something real slow because it's supposed to be like somber, and they're like, probably like, I'm imagining this conversation happening. The band's like, we can play Amazing Grace, and they're like, no, that's like not for marching. Like, play something not Amazing Grace. And they're like, Green Hills, I guess.
That's what we got.
Which is fine, you know, it works. Yeah, but also, I think about pipe bands, like real pipe bands in movies, and like how much, because I'm imagining if our band was in a movie, we have the name of our band on the bass drum head, so you'd have to fix that because, like, you know, in The Dark Knight, it's Gotham City, it's not Chicago. Chicago doesn't exist in that universe.
Yeah.
So you'd have to like change out the bass drum head, and then if you had any other like stuff on your pipe bags or whatever, you'd have to cover that up. Yeah.
In Grey's Anatomy, they had a logo on the drum, but it looked like maybe there weren't, like they edited out the words or something, but they still had their logo.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of
weird.
Weird.
Okay, we're back in action.
I also feel like the movie producers would not really care. They'd just be like, we'd be like, we don't want to change out our drum heads. And they'd be like, why not? Just do it. Like, what's your problem? Star Trek. Yeah, we put this one after this because it's also a funeral. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, which is a movie and not the actual show. No spoilers. Not going to tell you who dies. Someone dies. And then there's a big, nice overture at the end. It's Amazing Grace. Yeah. So, yeah. It's kind of cool because I believe the actor actually played Bagpipes. Let me see. I'm looking it up. Huh. Did not know that. There's all kinds of interesting things that I'm learning about James Doohan, who was the actor who played Scotty, also known as Montgomery Scott. Mm-hmm. All kinds of interesting things, which I will tell you in a second as soon as I finish reading this. So he was actually from Canada, Sarnia, Ontario, where I've been, and it's very nice there. Nice. Highly recommend Sarnia. And he was like, he's not Scottish, but when he was auditioning, he did like a variety of accents, and the one that they liked was Scottish accent. And so they're like, yeah, we'll have you be the chief engineer, and you're gonna have a Scottish accent, you're gonna be Scottish, you're gonna be from Aberdeen. And he's like, that's cool with me because he said all the world's greatest engineers have been Scottish, so it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And yes, did he? Okay, yes, tell me. Not Yahoo Answers, but another Answers page. Okay, okay, he did not actually play the bagpipes in that scene. I thought he did, but it's fine. He did not actually play the bagpipes in that scene, but it was a good bagpiping. Whoever did the bagpiping, good. You did good. You did good. A+ bagpiping. Back in whatever year this came out. 1982. Came out in 1982. So
longer than 2011.
Good job, 1982 bagpiper. That was a nice representation of bagpipes in media. So good. They didn't be all stereotypical with it, even though Montgomery Scott's a very stereotypical Scotsman.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just how Scottish people are. I don't know. We don't know. That's how Hollywood would believe that they are. I've known a lot of Scottish people and they're not all like that, but So
I thought it was funny that you said that because like we've been to Scotland.
I know.
We've met some Scottish people. We know they're not all like that.
I mean, maybe that's what they're really like. Maybe they're just like, oh, Americans. I'm digging myself a deeper hole here. The one person who I saw in Scotland who was actually like the angry Scotsman stereotypes was we were like waiting for a cab or something in Edinburgh, and there was some kind of traffic incident where there was a guy on a motorcycle trying to pass someone else. Something happened, and the guy on the motorcycle just started screaming. Like screaming at the person in the car, like all the Scottish profanities, and like, I'm sorry, I had to laugh because I was like, this is the stereotype. This is the one person here who is the stereotype, and it's road rage, So
so is that Scottish stereotype, or is that just road rage?
That's probably what happened. One person one time probably went to Scotland and saw some road rage, and they're like, this is what all Scottish people must be. No, yeah, I'm very, stereotypes are not helpful because, So thank you, Star Trek, for giving us that wonderful instance of bagpipes being good and nice. And thank you, Spyro, for telling us that bagpipes are magical. Mm-hmm. What else?
Now let's thank Geico for their commercials.
Oh, yeah. Taking it to a recent thing, which a lot of you may have seen on the TV or on the internet if you don't have cable, which who has cable anymore?
Seriously, old people.
Who, under the age of 47, has cable.
How old's your mom?
How old is Alex's mom?
Her birthday just came up, too.
See, I can't Google that. It doesn't...
Could Facebook that.
She is exactly 47.
Okay. There we go.
Dang, how did I know? So, if you are under the age of 47 and you still have cable, please tell us why. No.
I don't want to hear why. You're wrong.
But in any case, if you saw this commercial, actual bagpipes. And it was funny. You know, it was not like, I don't think it was stereotypical. I don't know. We're going to play it for you.
Maybe.
This clip is from Geico. This commercial's from Geico, and they're like, these people are talking about, like, they bought a new house, I think, and they're talking about the stuff that's wrong with
the
it.
Noisy pipes.
Yeah, they have noisy pipes. You get it?
Yeah.
Noisy pipes.
Finally moved in.
It's a great old house. Good bones, wraparound porch.
The pipes are making strange noises. Even the plumbers couldn't help us.
Nope.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which saves us a ton.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I'm 90% sure if I
wait,
watched
they
it.
did. There's multiple Pipers. We've got Scott McDonald, Patrick Darcy, Jeff Bowser.
Nice.
Flexible bagpiper. That's Jeff.
Because he was under the sink. That's why. So there was a bagpiper under the sink. There was one behind the water heater, and there's one in the shower. And yeah, Scott McDonald from LA Scots. Shout out to LA Scots.
Look at you guys go.
Look at you go. It makes sense because they're in LA. Yeah. So yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, I just closed the dog.
Good for getting some quality bagpiping out there.
Mm-hmm.
In a fun way that's not stereotypical.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's fun and noisy pipes.
It's
his bagpipes. And how mad would you be if you bought a house and there was... it came with bagpipers. Not that there's anything wrong with bagpipers. It's just like, why? Why are you...
my sink.
Why are you here? And then they're like trying to sleep and then there's a bagpiper like right there. Yeah.
It's a good commercial. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Geico. So, not stereotypical. Good job. I think we have one more, right?
Yes.
So this next clip is from a little show you may or may not have heard of called Friends.
Do recommend.
If you've never heard of these shows, I don't know where you've been, but but Friends is a show about some friends, and it's about their lives, and they get into all kinds of crazy situations.
And they're all terrible people.
They're all bad people. Not a single one of them is a good person. It's kind of like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
We're watching Seinfeld currently, and I'm just like, none of you are good people. I would not be friends with any of you. Because you make life so much more difficult for everyone. So in this episode, I forget even why, but something happens, and one of the friends is playing bagpipes.
And are getting married.
Oh.
I can't believe you don't even...
Oh, spoilers.
Oh. I mean, that show... You can't... It's been around since the 90s!
Okay, edit that out. 2 are getting married.
2 people are getting married.
Okay, hold on. 2 people are getting married, because we don't know if they're the friends, or if they're other people, or who they are. 2 people are getting married.
And you gotta play bagpipes at a wedding.
You have to.
He's half Scottish. They make a joke about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's good. That's not that stereotypical. Like, you do have bagpipes at a wedding usually.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's a traditional use of bagpipes, like bagpipes at a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
I think it's the dying cat parade.
Sounds like it's coming from across the street.
Oh my God.
What?
You know that thing that Ross was going to do at our wedding? He was hanging out with me yesterday and he turned to me and he said, "You're half Scottish, right?"
No, there is no way to not be Ross. Why is your family Scottish?
Why is your family Ross?
You cannot play our wedding. I mean, everyone will leave. I mean, come on, that is just noise. It's not even a song.
Well, listen very carefully. I think it's Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Okay, so we had to pause the clip for a second because Alex just fact checked it. And the character the actor who plays that character who's playing the bagpipes terribly took lessons from a piper in the weeks leading up to filming the episode so he could actually play the bagpipes in this episode. But, like, he had to take lessons to play it badly.
I mean, a week's worth of lessons and you toss some pipes at someone. That's what you're going to get.
That's true. He was like, no, I don't want to actually learn how to play them well. I just need to do enough to make a joke.
Yeah.
So he's like playing them and like the drones are falling off his shoulder and like it's, as you can hear, it's terrible.
Okay, now, remember, I'm still learning. One, two, three, four. You know the song. Sing along. So? No.
That's that.
So that's the oh man. Yeah. So they're making a joke about bagpipes, but it's also like any instrument if you had just that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Which is fine because, you know, like we said, friends, they're all bad people.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Those are
sometimes
some fun times in bagpipes in movies, TV shows,
video games.
Now you got some new TV shows to watch.
Yeah.
Because you've never heard of those before, like Grey's Anatomy. Who even
So
knows what that
obscure.
is? Yeah. Friends.
Oof.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, you've got to be really underground to know about The Simpsons.
So you obviously expect to see bagpipes in like, I don't know, Braveheart and like Outlander and like, you know, shows like that, like Brave. I was like, oh, there's bagpipes in Brave because Brave is like
It's Brave.
Literally in Scotland.
Yeah.
Set in Scotland. But yeah, I didn't expect to see bagpipes in some of those.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel like personally attacked. Like when I watched that Friends episode, I was like, really? I feel like there's a personal attack on me. I'm just trying to watch a show. I didn't want this.
Like that Grey's Anatomy episode 2 is like, okay, people wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Why would your band be blocking the emergency?
Yeah.
The emergency entrance.
Not everybody in a pipe band has a Scottish accent either.
Yeah, I mean, but for Hollywood, it's convenient to say that, right? Stereotypes are convenient.
That's Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even... That's like, you know, when we play gigs and stuff, they
always ask if you're Scottish.
Yeah, people are, well, what part of Scotland are you from? Like, dude, do you
Mesa.
think that I flew from Scotland to play at your, like, high school graduation?
Obviously.
I mean, like, we took this entire band from Scotland, brought them here for your high school graduation to play for you.
And now we're going to fly back home tonight.
Yeah. Like, no, and when you try to join the band, we don't ask you, are you Scottish?
That's
because,
a prereq.
I mean, if you're not, you gotta leave. We had one of our friends, we used to make that joke because at several events we do where they have time for us to like talk and educate and stuff, our pipe major would be like, yeah, people ask if you have to be Scottish in the band. He's like, we have here an Irishman and we have a guy whose family's from Turkey. So like, no, you do not have to be Scottish to play the bagpipes or to be in the band at all. Mm-hmm. People are always surprised by that.
It's not that surprising.
And I guess they're surprised that we're not all just like angry.
I'm pretty angry.
I mean, if I'm hungry, then yeah. Oh no, man. Okay, well that's I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah, go watch some shows.
Watch some shows.
Stereotype. Have a good time.
Yeah, have a good time and share with people that you are in a pipe band because I think that's part of it too. That like, you know, you see stuff in movies and you just assume that's how life is, and it's not.
It's not.
So share with people that you're in a pipe band. Maybe, I don't know, post on social media. once again, even if your playing is bad, post yourself and be like, hey, this is not great, but I wanted to tell you that I play this instrument and I'm not Scottish. Or maybe you are Scottish, whatever. And I'm, not angry all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's fight those stereotypes. Let's do it. All right. Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this show, then support us on Patreon for exclusive content as well as the video of us recording this. We'll have special exercises we'll be writing as well as tips and tricks with tenor drumming and other instruments to come. Subscribe to us on YouTube for some tenor tutorials and possibly other tutorials later on. And like us on Facebook at Bagpipes.